Good morning, class 5. Today we are going to discuss about the Happy Prince 1, chapter number 9. Before going to this chapter, let's warm up a little. Children, there have been very famous incidents in our national history which are also portrayed through statues. Okay? Can you identify this one and tell where is it located? Just see the picture in your book and try to answer of your own. Let's begin. The statue of Happy Prince stood high above the city where it could be seen by all the citizens. It was covered all over with the finest gold. For the eyes there were two splendid sapphires. Yes, splendid means wonderful sapphires. Sapphires is a metal. Okay, metal stone. There was a large ruby, red ruby, in the handle of his sword. It was the most admired thing in the city. Here, admired means to regard with wonder. I am glad that there is someone in the world who is happy. A sorrowful man said. As he looked up at the statue, he felt that his heart was lighter. The Happy Prince looks like an angel, said the school children coming out from the church. One night, a little swallow means here a kind of bird, flew over the city and he said, I hope I can find a place to sleep. Then he saw the statue standing high above the city. That's the place for me, he decided. Actually, the bird decided to live with the statue. A fine position with plenty of fresh air and a very good view, he flew down to rest just between the feet of the Happy Prince. I have the golden bedroom, he thought as he prepared to sleep. When the bird was going to sleep, he thought that he had a golden bedroom. Okay, but then just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. He looked up. It is very strange, he said. There is not a single cloud in the sky and the stars are shining bright. But it is raining. Well, I shall have to look for somewhere else to sleep, he said, and looked up again and saw, what did he see? The eyes of the Happy Prince were filled with tears. As he looked so sorrowful in the light of the moon that the little fellow felt grieved. Yeah, grieved means sadness for him. Who are you? He asked. The bird asked to the statue, who are you? I am the Happy Prince, came the reply. Then, why are you crying? You have made me quite wet with your tears. When I was alive and had a human heart, the prince explained, I did not know what tears were. I never cried because I lived in a palace where sadness was never allowed to enter. In the daytime, I played with my friends in the garden and in the evening danced in the palace hall. Everyone called me Happy Prince and indeed I was happy. If pleasure is the same as happiness, I was so pleased with my little world. Well, so I lived and so I died, and now that I am dead, they have set me there so high that I can see all the ugliness and unhappiness of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I cannot help but weep. So, he is not solid gold after all. He is gold only on the outside, the little swallow said to himself. He was too polite to say this loud. Far away, said the happy prince in a soft voice. Far away from here, there is a poor house in a little street. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and very tired, and her hands are red and tired. She is a needy woman, and she is sewing flower on a silk dress for a noble lady to wear at a dance in the palace. Her little boy is lying ill in a corner of tiny room. He keeps on asking for oranges, but his poor mother has nothing to give him but the river water. Okay? And so he cannot stop crying. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you take her the ruby out of my sword? My feet are fixed here and I cannot move, the statue said to the bird. Okay? My friends are waiting for me in Egypt, said the swallow. I must go to them now. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you stay with me just for one night and be my messenger? Okay? The boy is so thirsty and his mother is so sad. I don't like boys, answered the swallow. Last summer, when I was flying over the river, some boys kept on throwing stones at me. They never hit me, of course. We swallows fly too well for that, but still, it was an unpleasant experience. But the happy prince looked so sad, the little swallow felt very sorry for him. It is very cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night and be your messenger. The bird agreed with the statue, okay, and wanted to be a messenger for statue. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. So the swallow packed the great ruby out of the prince's sword and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. The swallow passed on over the river, the shops, the banks, which in the daytime were crowded with people buying and selling. At last, he came to the poor house and looked in. The boy was lying restlessly on his bed, and his mother had fallen asleep in her great weariness. He flew in and dropped the great ruby on the table. Then he flew round and round the bed, pulling the boy's head with his wings. How cool I feel now, said the boy. I think I am getting better. And the boy fell asleep. The swallow flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done. I don't know why, he said, but I feel quite warm now, although it is really very cold. That is because you have helped someone, said the happy prince. The little swallow began to think about these words, but he soon stopped thinking and fell asleep. Thinking always makes him feel happy or sleepy. Okay? This much, and the question answer will be sent soon in my next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.